Hey guys, it's Omrecker, and I'm playing Hearthstone once again, and this time we're going to go ahead and open up another 40 packs. If you missed my first video, though, in which I opened packs, check the description, you'll find a link for it, along with my other Hearthstone videos. And let's get going. So these packs are for play mode, and again, I'm opening 40. These are really it's the price point that's most efficient in terms of being cost efficient, essentially, and you know, you get more for your money. So that's what I'm going with, and here we go. We're hitting the buy button. I've already got some money in my BattleNet balance, so just gotta hit that buy button. Oh, are you kidding? It wants my password. Well, in that case, I gotta hide this for 1 second. Okay, and type in my password. Alright, assuming I remember it. Okay, I think that should be good. I wonder why it does that. Alright, there we go. Purchase complete. Alright, and we do have people watching me do this live right now on my Twitch stream. If you haven't checked it out, then also check the description for that. I have been streaming a lot of Hearthstone lately. I've now got 40 packs, and let's start going through these. I'm probably not going to spend a ton of time on the ones that I've seen before. Okay, so we got a rare Secret Keeper. I've seen her before. Windfury Harpy, I've seen her. Okay, so these are just expert cards so far. Alright, and as far as I can tell, I've seen all these before. I talked a little bit about them in my previous deck video, or 40 packs video, rather. But, you know, obviously, these are decent. We got all classes cards for 3 of them. Got a mage card and a hunter card. But nothing super special, really, thus far. So let's go to the next one. And pretty much you can tell like how good the card is by how this dude speaks up when something comes out. So here we go. Another rare card. This is Vaporize. When a minion attacks your hero, destroy it. This is actually pretty decent for the mage. And let's see these other ones if I've seen these before. I don't know if I've gotten Inner Fire before for the priests. And this looks to be a pretty decent card. I've had this used against me in the past. Or you can actually you could use it to, well, let's see, change minion's attack to be equal. So if you have a creature with a lot of health, you can actually buff them with this, or you could take a creature that's low health on the enemy team and you know, nerf it a bit, get its attack damage down. And everything else looks like I've seen it before. Wait, let's see this one. Deal 3 damage. Yeah, I've seen Wrath. Fairy Dragon's a really good card, but I've already got 2 of those. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. You can hover over the cards before opening and see the glow to know which rarity it is. Ah, purple! Hell yeah. Okay, Spellbander for the mage. Or Spellbender, rather. When an enemy casts a spell on a minion, summon a 1/3 as the new target. Okay. That's okay. Not too bad. And that is a legendary card, if I recall correctly. There's different tiers. Unfortunately, when you hover, it doesn't really tell you. But purple is, as far as I know, is the best. You can also get like a gold purple, which is just like it's like a foil in Magic, essentially. Alright, let's go to the next one. The other cards looked like dupes to me. So let's try hovering again. Oh, I see another purple. I see a blue. Pyroblast for mage. I have gotten completely screwed by this card in the past. Oh, orange equals legendary. Okay, so purple is what? Purple is epic. Okay, so we haven't even found a legendary yet. Alright, so we got rare, we got a epic. Golden card. Ice Lance, freeze a character if it was already frozen, deal 4 damage instead. Alright, another cool thing about golden cards is they're usually animated like this. So you see there that his spear is flowing with energy, which looks pretty cool. And Pyroblast I'm actually kind of excited about. This will make a mage deck much more viable. And seriously, I've gotten killed by this probably 2-3 times in the past week and a half. Because the mage will get you down and then they'll just blast you in the face and you'll be dead. Alright. Oh, I forgot to hover. Another rare. So we got 2 rares, Lightning Storm and Crazed Alchemist. I believe that I saw both of these in my previous opening video. And Scavenging Hyena is really fun to play. Anytime a beast dies against +2/+1, so I'm excited to see that. I'm not sure if I had 2 of those. Device Ringleader is actually really nice as well, but you want to combo it. That's when it's going to be most valuable. And combo is if you play a card first. And then Silver Moon Guardian, he's okay, but there's a lot of other better picks. In terms of the rares, these are decent. It is nice sometimes to swap. You could use this as either a buff or a debuff against the enemy. And of course, you know, being able to do lightning damage to all enemy minions is huge. Alright, next pack. Oh, I forgot to hover again. So we got a rare. Alright. Alright, Naturalize. I've seen that before. This is a kill card for the Druid. You got all classes, Pirate. If you've got a weapon, for example, if you're playing like the Rogue or the Warrior, this can actually be really nice. It gets attack based off the attack of your weapon. Abusive Sergeant, this is a pretty good card. It buffs up a creature for 1 turn, and he's really cheap. Mage card, your spells cost 1 less. I guess that's okay if you're going for spells. And then the Ethereal Arcanist. Let's see, if you control a secret at the end of your turn, gain +2/+2. This could actually be comboed really well with a secret deck. I'll have to look into this guy a little bit more later to see if it's viable. Alright, let's go to the next one. This is deck 34. Just a rare. Cobra, I love this card, but unfortunately you can only have 2. I've already got 2. Wind Fury Harpy, I've seen her. Oh, we got a gold Paladin card. Noble Sacrifice. Secret, when an enemy attacks, summon a 2/1 defender as a new target. Okay. This reminds me of that other card. I think it was for the Mage. That was very, very similar. Torn Warrior, I've seen him before. Alright, Thought Steal. Play or copy 2 cards from your opponent's deck and put them into your hand. That's for the Priest. And I rarely see this. Very rarely do I see this. But I've had it used against me in a really efficient way before too, though. Where they got really good cards from my hand. Alright. Next pack. Alright. Got another rare. Oh, there's a yellow. That's what we've been waiting for. Legendary. Ragnaros, the Fire Lord. Okay. I had this used against me today. I was playing against Force. From Force Strategy. He's a YouTuber. He also does a Twitch stream. This thing ruined my... Like, it totally ruined the game for me. Because here's the thing, right? He'll do 8 damage to a random enemy every turn if you let him sit, but he can't attack, right? So what I did is I tried silencing him, totally forgetting the fact that then he would be able to attack. And it just, like, it totally took the game away from me after I silenced him. Because I could not kill him for the life of me. Really, really, really frustrating. Alright, so we also got a rare. Stampeding Kodo. This one I actually like. I've rolled out with this before. And it is for all classes, so you don't need to be rolling with a hunter or anything. Eviscerate. Really, really fun card for the rogue. Loot Hoarder, that's a decent card. Get a draw out of it. A Noble Sacrifice. We already saw this one. Okay. Go and check out deck or pack 32. We got a rare. Now let's start with the rare. Sunwalker, Taunt, and Divine Shield. 4/5. This seems decent. I could see myself using this potentially. Power Overwhelming, Warlock, give a friendly minion +4, but then it dies. I've seen that before. Stranglehorn Tiger, this is a really good card. I think I have 2 of those already. And it's got Stealth. Freezing Trap. When an enemy minion attacks, return it to its owner's hand, and it costs 2 more. I don't know if I've gotten this card before, but sounds like it could be kind of useful. I mean, it's obviously not a kill card, but it gets rid of the creature. I just wonder if you take damage before it gets trapped. And then Naturalize, we've seen this one. That already came up in this series of packs. Alright. Oh, purple. 2 rares and a purple. Alright, here we go. Mana Wraith. This is a gold card. All minions cost 1 more. I don't know how I feel about this one. I kind of feel like it wouldn't be worth it. It's really not a good card. Ravenholt's Assassin. It's got stealth. I like this one. Alright, this is an epic. Molten Giant. Okay, so I've already got this one. Costs 1 less for each damage your hero has taken. Another gold. Okay, so Betrayal. I've seen this one. I think I have 2 already. And then Questing Adventurer. This is actually a really nice card. Every time you play a card, you gain +1/+1 on this guy. So he can get really, really buff, especially if you have low mana cost cards, and you can just spam the hell out of him. Alright, pack number 30. Got a rare. Start with the rare. Cold Light Seer, this is a Murloc. Give all other Murlocs +2 health. I played against a Murloc deck, actually, and it was kind of scary. I ended up beating it in the end, but with the amount of Murlocs he had and how fast he was able to play them, it was kind of a nightmare to go up against. Alright, Silver Moon Guardian, that's just... I think we actually saw that once. Snipe we saw. Harvest Golem. This is a really nice creature. I do like rolling out with this one, because when it dies, it gets a 2/1 damaged Golem. And the South Sea deckhand has charge while you have a weapon equipped, which is kind of nice if you're playing like a rogue or a warrior. Alright, deck 29. Or pack. I don't know why I keep saying deck. Probably because I'm recording this at such a late hour. Alright, Ancient Mage, give adjacent minion spell power +1. I've heard, believe it or not, I've heard that a rogue spell power deck is viable. And this could potentially be used to make that work. Alright, let's see. Windfury Harpy, we've seen that. Acolyte of Pain, whenever this minion takes damage, draw a card. That's kind of nice. Naturalize, okay, we've seen that a couple times already. Druid of the Claw. Choose 1, charge, or +2 health and taunt. I like this card a lot. And actually, I think I only had 1, so this will be my second. Alright. Let's see what we have here. 1 rare. Alright, nothing special. Savannah Highmane. This is actually a really nice card. When it dies, it spawns 2 2/2 hyenas. Really, really nice card, but it's for only the hunter. That's the only class that can play it. Forked Lightning, deal 2 damage to 2 random enemies, but then you have Overload. The other lightning spell is probably better than this. Actually, it is better, because it attacks everything. Forked Lightning, same thing. Wow, we got the same card twice. Ironbeak Owl, this is one of my favorites. Does silence on a minion when it spawns, but it's kind of weak. Cone of Cold. Freeze a minion and the minions next to it and deal 1 damage to them. This is nice. That'll prevent creatures from attacking you. Or at least the ones next to it. You could potentially get as many as 3. Alright, pack 27. Alright, we got 1 purple. Alright, 2 rares and an epic. Cabal Shadow Priest. Take control of an enemy minion that has 2 or less attack. This will be my second one. It's a priest card. And it's decent, but it's limited, obviously, to creatures that have 2 or less attack. You never know if you're really going to see that by the time this thing comes out. It's got, 6 mana cost. Ancestral Spirit. Choose a minion. When that minion is destroyed, return to the battlefield. For Shaman, this is actually kind of nice. Man, use this on a powerful creature. It comes back. I know that there's another ability out there. I think it might be for the priest, or maybe it's a paladin, where the creature will come back with 1 health, but this doesn't say that. It sounds like it'll come back with full health. Alright, Lava Burst. I don't know if I've seen this one before. Deals 5 damage. It's a good nuke, but then you got Overload 2, which means you have 2 less mana the next turn. And Mana Worm for the mage. Whenever you cast a spell, gain +1 attack. Okay, so you could probably combo this with like a spell type deck. Alright. Oh, there's one more. Duh. Alright, Raging Worgen. Wind Fury and +1 attack when it's enraged, which means when it takes damage. That's a really nice card in the early game, especially if you're going against like 1/1s and stuff. Alright, here's pack 26. We have one rare. That's it. Let's check the rare. Lightning Storm. Alright, this one I like. Cruel Taskmaster. Deal 1 damage to a minion and give it +2 attack. Huh. Sounds like you could use this on the enemy if they have 1 health, just to kill them, or you can hurt one of your creatures, give it +2 attack. I guess it's kind of nice for the warrior. Wind Fury Harpy, we've seen that several times. Noble Sacrifice, we've seen that for the Paladin. And Loot Hoarder, we've seen that. Alright. Pack 25. We have one rare. Alright, let's check that rare out. Pint-Sized Summoner, I really, really like this card. The first minion you play each turn costs 2 less. So if you can keep this thing alive, you can start summoning big creatures for a lot less. Or creatures that aren't big, that, you know, for example, they have a 2 mana cost for 0. Unbound Elemental, whenever you play a card with Overload, gain +1/+1. This could be nice with a Shaman that has a lot of Overload cards. Spiteful Smith, this card I don't really like too much, but if you have a weapon and this thing's enraged, your weapon has +2 attack. Bloodsail Raider, again, okay, we saw that one earlier. And Mana Worm, we already saw that one. Alright. Pack 24. We've got a purple, 1 rare, and 1 epic. Pyroblast again. Alright, so that's going to, I think, mark my second Pyroblast. Crazy Alchemist, we saw that one already. Amani Berserker, Enrage, +3 attack. Seems okay in the early game, but question is, can you successfully get it enraged? There's a lot of creatures that do spawn early game that have 3 attack. Alright, Wrath. I don't know if we've seen this. This is for the Druid. Deal 3 damage or deal 1 and draw a card. It's kind of a nice spell. And Unleash the Hounds. This one I already have. I think I opened it in my last 40 pack opening video. But it gives your beast +1 attack and charge. So it's really nice to play when you're getting out beasts at the start of a turn. Alright, we got one more purple. So we have 1 rare, 1 epic. Lay on Hands for the Paladin. I'm not a big fan of this, although you do get a card draw out of it, but it's such a high mana cost card that you're not going to play this till late game. And if you get it early, it's not really going to do a whole lot for you. But, you know, having that card draw, that can be huge in the late game. Wrath we've seen. Mana Wraith we've seen. Ice Barrier. Okay, I already have this one, but how this one works is as soon as your hero is attacked, gain +8 armor. And that's for the mage. So it actually gives a mage armor, which, you know, you would never really expect to see. Acolyte of Pain, we saw this one too. Alright, pack 2. We got a rare. Argent Commander, Charge and Divine Shield. I think I've got at least one of these in my... Yeah, I do have one for sure. It's a good card. You get to play it right away. Does 4 damage with that Divine Shield. You don't have to worry about it dying until at least the next turn. We got Slam. I don't think I've ever seen this. Warrior. Deal 2 damage to a minion. If it survives, draw a card. So you kind of almost want to use this against a creature that would survive to get that card draw. Scarlet Crusader. I think we saw that. Cold Blood. Yeah, I think we saw this as well. Give a minion +2 attack, or if you combo, you get +4 instead. And Soul of the Forest. Okay, this is a card I've kind of been waiting for because I think it sounds interesting if you have a lot of creatures. It gives your minions Death Rattle, summon a 2/2 Treant. So when they die, they summon a Treant, which is just crazy. So if you've got a lot of cards on the field and you know that they're going to get wiped out, well, you know, GG opponent, because he can kill them, and then you've got all the Treants ready to go the next turn. That's a really nice card. Alright, let's see what we got here. We got 1 rare. That's it. Murloc Tidecaller, I hate getting Murloc cards. Whenever a Murloc is summoned, gain 1 attack, but it's still going to be squishy with 2 health. Circle of Healing, restore 4 health to all minions. That sounds like it includes enemies. Not really a good card. Harvest Golem, we saw that already. Earthshock, silence a minion, then deal 1 damage to it. That's actually kind of nice for the Shaman. And there's no overload on it. And Mana Worm we already saw. Okay. Just 1 rare. Cobra, man, this is, I've gotten so many Cobras. Awesome card. I just don't need it anymore. Alright, we got a golden Bloodsail Raider. We've seen him, except this is obviously the, or wait, no, that's a her, right? Yeah, that's definitely a her. But yeah, we've seen her. Mark of Nature, I think we've seen this. I know for sure I've got this card. And I think I opened it in my last video. Give a minion +4 attack, or for health and taunt. It's actually a card I like to use a lot. Direwolf Alpha, that's a good card. Adjacent minions have +1 attack. It's also a 2/2. And Wrathy Weaponsmith, equip a 2/2 weapon. It's kind of interesting. Alright. And this is pack 19, I believe. Alright, just 1 rare. Angry Chicken. I still don't understand this card. I think somebody told me, like, if you could buff its health and then get it in rage, then it's valuable, but, like, I don't know, man. I can't see rolling with this thing. Yeah, the stars would have to align to make this work. Direwolf Alpha, we've seen that. Worgen Infiltrator, this is a pretty nice card. It's got stealth in early game. It's 1 mana cost. It's a 2/1. Spellbreaker, Battlecry, silence a minion. This is actually pretty decent silence too, as a 4/3. And Mark of Nature, we just talked about that one just a second ago. Alright, so here's pack 18. Legendary! It's Karen Bloodhoof. Summon a 4/5 Bane Bloodhoof when it dies. So you kill a 4/5, or the enemy does, and then they have to deal with another 4/5. This is a really tempting card, given that it's all classes. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Pint-Sized Summoner, also a good card. I forgot to hover. So yeah, that's a good legendary. Frost Elemental, this is one of my favorite units, or cards in the game. Because it gives you a freeze when it comes out. Unbound Elemental, we already talked about that one. Youthful Brewmaster. Not a big fan of these, but I'm kind of warming up to it a little bit. Given that, you know, I'm starting to get the hang of reusing creatures that have battle cries and whatnot. Before, when I first started this game, I used to associate this with just, like, getting a hurt unit out. And I wasn't thinking so much of the battle cries. Alright, pack 17. Alright, let's see what we got here. We got 1 rare. 2 rares. Abomination. This is a pretty decent card, except it does 2 damage to all creatures when it dies. So if you have other creatures on the field, this could actually hurt you quite a bit. Violet Teacher. I don't know if I've seen this. So whenever you cast a spell, summon a 1/1 Violet Apprentice. That's for all classes. Huh. So I guess for a spell-based deck, this could potentially be good to get a lot of little creatures on the field. Argent Squire, I think we talked about this. It's a 1/1/1 with Divine Shield. Really not worth it in my book. Silver Moon Guardian, I think we talked about that one already. And another Brewmaster. This one, I think the other one was like the Apprentice. This is the Ancient. So it's a little bit stronger with the 5/4 at 4 mana cost, but yeah, it's alright. I'm still getting used to it though, as I mentioned. You know, the whole taking your cards off the field thing. Or your units. Alright. We got 1 rare in this one. We got Blade Fury. Okay, this one I've seen used super well before. So if you've got a really buff weapon, and this applies to all enemies. So let's say you get like, there's a rogue weapon I think that starts off at 3/4 or something. And then if you buff it again, it's got 4 damage. And you use Blade Fury, your weapon gets destroyed and it does damage, or that damage to all enemies. Which is just epic. Like, I've seen that wipe the board before with a buffed enough weapon before. Because there's stuff like Deadly Poison you could use as a rogue too to increase your damage even more. So that's actually a really nice card. And I don't think I've got that one either. Shield Bearer, this is an okay taunt. It's got no damage, but 4 health, and it's only 1 mana cost. Summoning Portal, this is an amazing card. Your minions cost 2 less, but not less than 1. It's kind of like having a pint size, except it's got way more health. It's got 4 health. And it works like permanently. It's not just the first creature you draw, but it's all of them. Snipe, I think we saw that at the start. And then Stormforge Axe for the Shaman, which gives you Overload 1. It's got 3 durability, so it lasts for 3 strikes. It's got 2 damage. Pretty good. Alright, and here's deck 15. Just 1 rare. Nourish, this is kind of a nice card for Druid. It'll give you good card draws and whatnot, but it's pretty expensive. It costs 5 mana. But yeah, either 2 mana crystals or draw 3. Leper Gnome, this one's actually pretty decent in the early game. You play it at 1 mana cost. It's got a 2/1, and if it dies, it also deals 2 damage to the enemy as well. To the hero, rather. Fen Creeper is a decent taunt. 5 mana cost, 3/6. Lots of health. Snipe, we talked about that already. Forked Lightning, we talked about that as well. And here's pack 14. Purple card, epic. Blood Knight. Okay, I've already got one of these. His battle cry is all minions lose Divine Shield. Gain +3/+3 for each shield lost. I've never seen anybody use this effectively. Ever. Usually when there's a Divine Shield on the board, somebody's going to knock that shield out right away. So I'm really not sure, you know, it just seems like it's just not worth playing this card, or not having it in your deck. Okay, we got Silvermoon Guardian, we talked about him already. Leper Gnome, we just talked about him. Fen Creeper, we just talked about him. Loot Hoarder, Death Rattle, draw a card, so when he dies you get a card. Alright, here we go, 13. Got 1 rare. Master of Disguise. I do have this one. It's a 4/4/4, so it's pretty tempting as a rogue. And it's got the battle cry of give a friendly minion stealth. So overall, pretty good card. Summoning Portal, we just talked about that. Awesome card, although now I think I've got 3 of those. So I'm going to have to melt this one down into dust. Redemption. This is the one I was talking about before, where it was similar to the other card. When one of your minions dies, return it to life with 1 health. This one, I guess, applies to all your creatures, whereas the other one applies to a targeted creature. And I think that was for the priest. Cult Master, I think I have 2 of these already. Whenever one of your minions dies, draw a card. But obviously this is going to be a priority target, so if it comes out. And it's very squishy, it's got 2 health. Cold Blood, give minion +2 or combo +4 instead for the rogue. I think we did talk about that one already. Alright, let's see. Got 1 rare. Cold Light Seer, give all other Murlocs +2 health. This is kind of nice if you got a Murloc deck. It gives them, obviously, a lot more durability. Inner Rage, this looks new to me. Deal 1 damage to a minion. It gains +2 attack this turn. I don't know if that's worth it. Although it is 0 mana cost. I guess if you're going to throw a card away, maybe. But given that it's only a 1-turn buff, I don't know. Rampage, give a damage minion +3/+3. That actually seems pretty damn epic. I like that. I have not seen this one before. Conceal, give your minion stealth until your next turn. I have this in my deck. It's kind of nice if you want to just save your creatures, or prevent them from taking damage for 1 turn, unless they've got like an AoE ability. And then Spellbreaker we already talked about. Alright, so here's pack 11. So we got here 1 rare, 2 rare. Alright, let's check out these rares. Golden rare, Wild Pyromancer. After you cast a spell, deal 1 damage to all minions. So this hurts you too. Secret Keeper, whenever a secret is played, you gain +1/+1. I think we talked about her already. Power overwhelming. This is, let's see, give a friendly minion plus. Okay, so we already talked about that one too. We've talked about South Sea Deckhand and Loot Hoarder. So we are seeing some dupes. And let's see, we got, oh, here's an epic. Mountain Giant. Okay, I've already got one of, or I've got one Mountain Giant already. He costs one less for each other card in your hand. So if you've got a lot of cards saved, he can be affordable. Now here's the thing, if you get him late game, let's say you've got 10 mana crystals, you have no cards, you draw him, he's going to cost 11. And you're not going to be able to play him. So, you know, it's kind of a risky card to run with. Vaporize when a minion... Okay, we already talked about that one. Leper Gnome we talked about. Unbound Elemental we talked about. And Conceal we talked about. Alright. Pack 9. One rare. Now let's see what the rare has. Void's here. Destroy the minions on either side of this minion and gain their attack and health. This could be quite strong. I think I have one. I've just never used it. But the more that, or every time I see it, the more I think that this could actually be really, really powerful. Because it gains their attack and their health, which is pretty crazy. Betrayal, an enemy minion deals its damage to the minions next to it. I already have one of these, I think. But that could be kind of nice to clear, you know, other creatures. Sorcerer's Apprentice, your spells. I think we talked about that one already. Deadly Shot. This is a nice hunter card. Destroy a random enemy minion, and if he's only got one creature on the board, you know which one's gonna die. And then Circle of Healing. Yeah, we talked about that one. I don't see the point. Right, here's pack 8. We've got one rare. Mana Addict, whenever you cast a spell, gain +2 attack this turn. This is only for one turn, though. Unleash the Hounds we talked about. Summoning Portal we talked about. Circle of Healing we talked about. Conceal we talked about. Alright, lots of dupes. Okay, we got one rare, 2 rare, one okay, one epic. Earth Elemental. I don't think I've seen this before. It's a 5 mana cost, 7/8. It's got Taunt, but it's Overload 3, so you're going to lose 3 crystals. If you play this at 5, you're going to have 2 mana your next turn. But it's actually, it sounds to me like a really, really nice card. Seems like it'd be worth playing. Sunfury Protector. Battlecry, your other minions gain Taunt. I already have one of these. This is kind of nice. It's all classes, so anybody can put it into their deck. And your minions gain Taunt. I mean, there's really not a whole lot to complain about there. Unless you're trying to protect a creature from a taunt that you already have on the board, and then if it's taunted, it can be targeted. I think that's the only time it would be a negative. Mind Control Tech. Alright, so this is kind of an interesting card. If your opponent has 4 or more minions, take control of one at random. You don't have control of which one gets controlled, but you will get one. Otherwise, that Battlecry is useless. Snap we talked about. Conceal we talked about. Alright. Here's pack number 6. Oh, what? 2 yellows. 2 legendaries. Legendary. Captain Greenskin for all classes. This is a pirate. Whenever you attack with your hero, draw a card. Huh. That's kind of interesting. If you put him behind a taunt, and you're, for example, a rogue or a warrior, and you got a weapon out, you could have a ton of cards if you keep him protected. That's pretty nice. Or even Druid, yeah. I saw that in chat. Karen Bloodhoof. Well, this is my second. And as far as I know, you can only have 1 legendary. Is that right? I'm not sure. Damn. I might have to melt him down. That would really suck. And we got Snipe. Acolyte of Pain. Have we talked about Acolyte? Takes damage. Yeah, we talked about him. Torn Warrior, Taunt and Rage, +3 attack. Golden card. Is this one animated? I'm not seeing animations in it. Still looks nice. That was a good pack. 2 legendaries. I just wish it would have been a little bit different. Because there are a lot of legendaries in this game. Alright. Frothing Berserker. Whenever this minion takes damage, gain +1 attack. Seems okay. But at 3 mana cost, there's a lot of alternatives. Alternatives out there that would probably make more sense. Direwolf Alpha we talked about already. Cult Master we talked about. Circle of Healing. Yeah, these are all dupes. I'm gonna have a lot of stuff to melt down after this. Okay, we got 1 epic, 1 rare, another epic. Farsight for Shaman. Draw a card. That card costs 3 less. Huh. Guess that's okay. Murloc War Leader Epic. All other Murlocs have +2/+1. I feel like we might have drawn this one already in this opening, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure if I'll ever build a Murloc deck, though, honestly. Vaporize when a minion attacks your hero, destroy it. We've seen that. Demon Fire. Deal 2 damage to an enemy minion. If it is friendly demon, give it +2/+2 instead. This is a really nice card. I like this one a lot. I've used it before in my builds, and it's really helped me out. And not for using it for damage. I mean, yeah, you could use it to kill something, but if you're playing demons, buffing with a +2/+2 is really nice for 2 mana. Eye for an eye. When your hero takes damage, deal that much damage to the enemy hero. It would be so epic to kill an enemy with this secret. Like, they go in on you, they got 6 health left, they got an 8 attack creature. You go and take the damage, they take the damage too and die. That would just be amazing. What? Murgle, whatever the sound is they make. Acquire every Murloc, okay. So I got Old Merc Eye. Has +1 attack for each other Murloc on a battlefield. Well, now I might have to build a Murloc deck, because I got every freaking Murloc. Okay, thanks. It gave me 2. Alright. 1 rare. 2 rares, and an epic.
Golden epic!
Golden epic! Doomsayer. At the start of your turn, destroy all minions. If you can keep this guy alive, he will clear the board. And I'm guessing that includes him. I've never played him. I've been tempted to, but I'm just always too scared to. Alright. Ancient Watcher can't attack. But he can defend. This actually kind of seems like a nice card. If you give this guy taunt. Or you could silence him. If you silenced him, he could then attack. And a 2 mana cost, 4/5. That's pretty amazing. Alright, South Sea Deckhand, we talked about him. Silverhand Knight, I don't think we talked about him. He's a 5/4/4. When he comes out, he summons a 2/2 Squire. So it's a really, really nice card. I like rolling with this one, especially with the Paladin. Oh, and we got one more. Wild Pyromancer. Alright, we talked about him already. 2 packs left. Alright, give me something good. We got 1 rare. Argent Commander, we talked about him. Cold Blood, we talked about that. Earthshock. Silence and deal 1. I think we talked about that already for the Shaman. Explosive Trap. When your heroes attack, deal 2 damage to all enemies for the Hunter. That's awesome. That's a really, really awesome card. Thrallmar, Farseer, Wind Fury. Okay, so he comes with Wind Fury. He doesn't have to get enraged. But good luck keeping him alive. Anytime that these type of cards come out, people want to kill it. And here's our last pack in this set. Is it going to be a dud? It is. Got 1 rare. We got Imp Master. This is kind of a fun card. At the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to this minion and summon a 1/1 Imp. Actually, when I was playing Force just last night, he played this, and then he gave it Divine Shield with another creature, thinking he could retain it. The Imp Master did damage to itself and got rid of the shield, so I was able to kill it, which was pretty hilarious. Corn Warrior, we talked about him. Blood Imp. Oh, this is such a nice card. If you missed my stream where I had the Imp deck, I had 6 of these in Arena, and it was like the best thing ever. I wish that you could have more than 2 creatures of the same type in play mode, because I would totally want to build another Imp deck like that. That was so fun. And what he does is he's stealthed, so really you don't want to use him to attack anything, but he gives all the other minions +1 health. Arathi Weaponsmith, we talked about that one, and we got Unleash the Hound. So that's it for this set of 40 packs, but I will be opening another 40 for sure down the road, so make sure you stay tuned to my YouTube channel. Let's go ahead and disenchant, I guess. We do have to we have to destroy the legendary. I can't believe this. Alright, well, now I've got 2,000 dust. I can start crafting stuff with it. But thanks for watching this video, guys. Be sure to check the description again for links to the other videos I've made of Hearthstone, including another video on opening 40 packs. And as mentioned, I'll be opening another 40 soon, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed. And thanks for chat for providing commentary, even though I didn't get to watch it all. I get to watch it after I make my video. And hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this live. And that's another reminder as well. Be sure to check the description for my Twitch TV link so you can get in on my streams of Hearthstone and see me do this down the road. So that's it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see all of you next time.